गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। पठामि संस्कृतं नित्यं वदामि संस्कृतं सदा ध्यायामि संस्कृतं सम्यक् वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्। संस्कृतस्य प्रसाराय नैजं सर्वं ददाम्यहम्। संस्कृतस्य सदा भक्तो वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्। संस्कृतस्य कृते जीवं संस्कृतस्य कृते यजन् आत्मानमाहुतं मन्ये वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्। वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्। वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्। नमः सर्वेभ्यः। श्रूयते किल? नमस्ते। श्रूयते किल?
आम्
आम्।
Today we will be doing the pratyas. The one pratyay has already been done by Dr. Prasad. The rest of the pratyas, the twa pratyay, lyap pratyay and the tumun pratyay we will be doing today. There is one other pratyay which Dr. Prasad has already taught you, but he has not named it because it was too early in the beginning of the class that he had done it. That is the lyut pratyay, where he had taught you how to do the vibhajanam of a kriya padam and using the kru dhatu. That pathanam karoti, like that pathati means pathanam karoti, gacchati means gamanam karoti, likhati lekhanam karoti. So he had done that without naming it. It's called lyut pratyay. And then he has done the tavatu pratyay, where it was meant for using the past tense, like pathati becomes pathitavan or pathitavati, gacchati gatavan gatavati, likhati likhitavan likhatavati. So he has already done the tavatu pratyay. Today we will be doing the remaining 3 pratyas. It doesn't mean that there are only 5 pratyas. There are n number of pratyas in Sanskritam. But we will be doing for pravesha for twa, tumun and lyap pratyay. These twa, tumun and lyap pratyay are avyayams. Like for example, tavatu pratyay, which he had done the previous classes, they are not avyayams. Whereas the twa, tumun and lyap pratyay, these are all avyayams. They do not, they are indeclinables. They do not change, irrespective of the gender or the vachanam. So, and this twa pratyay and lyap pratyay, they are called asamapta kriya. You know, they are not complete kriyas. They are called asamapta kriya, and the tumun pratyay is called the uddesha kriya. We will see all that as we go ahead in our today's class. What is asamapta kriya and what is uddesha kriya. So let us now start with twa pratyay. Now this twa pratyay and the lyap pratyay mean the same. For example, you can see on the screen that pathati patitva, gacchati gatva, likhati likhitva. It means having completed the act of reading. Pathati patitva means having completed the act of reading. What is pathati? Pathati is parasmapadi latlakar pratham purush ekavachanam. This is derived from the patadhatu by adding the pratyay twa. Gacchati gatva. Gam plus twa becomes gatva. Likhati becomes likhitva. Likh plus twa becomes likhitva. Kridati kriditva. Krid plus twa becomes kriditva. Khadati plus twa becomes khaditva. The ti goes and the twa is added. Milati militva. So there are other verbs as well where we will be doing as we go ahead. So patitva, gatva, likhitva, kriditva, khaditva, militva. These are all action words only. It denotes a kriya, but these are all incomplete kriyas. For example, let us take the word patati. Now you have Ramaha patati. Rama reads. And then you go to patitva and you say Ramaha patitva. So what do you understand from this patitva is there is something more left to be done after this patitva. Having read, Rama having read. So it's an incomplete sentence. Whereas Ramaha patati, it's a simple and complete sentence. Ramaha patitva is not incomplete. That is why it is called an asamapta kriya. Same is the case with lyap pratyay. The same explanation holds good for lyap pratyay. Lyap pratyay also means having completed this action. A person having read, this means patitva. Having gone, gatva. Having written, likhitva. Having played, kriditva. Having eaten, khaditva. Having met, militva. So these are all the same thing you will see in lyap pratyay also. The only difference between twa and lyap would be these, the kriya padams to which the lyap is added, they all have upasargas. Like for example, pra plus patati, when you add, because of the presence of the upasarga pra, you cannot say prapatitva. It has to be prapatya. Then a plus gachati will not become agatva plus agatya. V plus likhati will become vilikhya, not vilikhitva. So this is the kind of change that happens. So whenever there is an upasarga to the kriya padam, it will be a lyap pratyay. When there is no upasarga, it is just the kriya padam. You look at the pratham purush ekavachanam and add the twa pratyay and you get the patitva, the twa pratyay form. These are called twanta rupani. And this is the tinganta rupani. This is patati, gachati, likhati, kridati, khadati, milati. It ends with ti, so they are called tinganta. So these are called tinganta rupani. Whereas this patitva, gatva, likhitva, kriditva, khaditva, militva, it ends with twa. So it's called twanta rupani. Now we have some more. Chalati, chalitva. Dhavati, dhavitva. Sthapayati, sthapayitva. Wherever this ya is coming, it will be sthapayitva. Mapayati, mapayitva. Hasati, hasitva. Marjayati, marjayitva. So these are all the examples. Chalati, chalitva. Dhavati, dhavitva. Sthapayati, sthapayitva. Mapayati, mapayitva. Hasati, hasitva. Marjayati, marjayitva. These are all showing the actions having been completed, but one more action is remaining. Ramaha gacchati. Ramaha patashalang gacchati. Ramaha patati. Ramaha patashalang gatva patati. This is how you join two sentences when you do the twa pratyay. Having gone to the school, he studies. So patashalang gatva patati. Ramaha likhati. Ramaha bhojanam karoti. So when you have Ramaha likhati, Ramaha bhojanam karoti, two simple sentences. Now you have to show that the first action having been completed, he does the second action. So you will say Ramaha likhitva bhojanam karoti. Then you have Ramaha snanam karoti, Ramaha pujam karoti. So you'll have Ramaha snatva pujam karoti. You can even say instead of snanam karoti, snati. Ramaha snati, Ramaha pujayati. So Ramaha snatva pujayati. So this is how you will take the first kriya padam, add the twa pratyay to it, and then complete the sentence. Ramaha kridati, Ramaha snanam karoti. Ramaha kriditva snanam karoti. Ramaha khadati, Ramaha mitram milati. Ramaha khaditva mitram milati. So You do one action, take the first verb, add the twa pratyay to it, and then complete the sentence. The second sentence will be just added on to the first sentence. This is how it is completed. So let us take some examples here. बालः क्रीडति, बालः पठति. बालः क्रीडति. The first action having been completed, the balah does the second action. So you apply the twa pratyay to the first action. Balah kriditva pathati. You do not write the kartrupadam again. Balah is the kartrupadam. Balah is the one doing the action, so he is the karta. But you do not say balah kriditva balah pathati. You just say balah kriditva pathati. You have to just add the twa pratyay to the first kriya padam and then add the next kriya padam. That's it. If there is anything like balah kridati, balah patham pathati, then you will say balah kriditva patham pathati. You will totally omit the kartru padam. But if there is any karma padam, you will have to add it. Saha tishtati, saha gayati. So the tishtati, the form is sthitva, because you normally add the twa pratyay to the root, and here it is stha. Stha is the root. It is stha tishtati. So saha sthitva gayati. Suppose it had been saha asande, no, saha kate tishtati. He is standing on a mat. Saha Geetam gayati. So you will have to say saha kate sthitva Geetam gayati. So any word, whether it is a karma padam or in this kate is a saptami vibhakti, you will have to add that. Then just do the action, the addition of the twa pratyay on the root word of the verb, and then finished off with the second verb without using the kartrupadam. So saha sthitva gayati. बालः क्रीडित्वा पठति, सः स्थित्वा गायति. Some more. बालः पतति, बालः रुदति. So you first take the kartrupadam, just write it as it is, balah. Then the first kriya padam, add the twa pratyay. So patati plus twa becomes patitva. Then omit the kartrupadam, balah, that is cut. Then the second kriya padam written as it is. So balah patitva rudati. If it is say balah bhumau patati, balah uchchaihi rudati. Balah bhumau patitva uchchaihi rudati. So whatever changes you make only in the first kriya padam. The second sentence you omit the kartrupadam and you write the kriya padam as it is. So balah patitva rudati. Saha snati, saha khadati. Saha snatva khadati. Now these are some of the examples of the twa pratyay. Krutva, shrutva, gatva, pitva, prishtva. Kr krutva, shru shrutva, gam gatva, pa pitva, prich prishtva, vach uktva, nam natva. See now, vand dhatu is, you all know, is an atmanepadi dhatu. All these dhatus which we saw are all parasmapadi. So vand, it's still the iktva pratyaya will be added to this and said vanda plus twa vanditva, smr smritva, jna jnatva, drish, because this is pashyati drishtva. For example, in pashyati the root word dhatu is drish, that is why it becomes drishtva. Da dattva, jna jnatva, here repeat, bhu bhutva. This is valid for both for the bhu dhatu and as. As also, when you write the as dhatu, asti sah santi asi stahasta asmi swaha smaha, it's still the twa pratyaya will be added to bhu bhutva. Then ni naya, nayati. Nayati, because the root word is ni, it will be nitva. Krutva, shrutva, gatva, gamagatva, kru krutva, shru shrutva, pi pitva, pa piba, so pitva, prich krishtva, vach uktva, nam natva, because it is namati. So balah natva aharam karoti. So natva. Vanditva, smritva, smara, smritva, smridhatu. Jnadhatu, jnatva. Drish, drish dhatu, drishtva. Dadatu, datva. Jnadhatu, jnatva. Bhudatu, bhutva. Nidhatu, nitva. This is how so you have to remember that it is not to the kriya padam that the twa is added, it is to the root word. So wherever the root word is there, you have to pay separate, which is different from the actual kriya padam, a little bit different, then you will have to add it to the root word itself. There are some simple sentences in the textbook which we can just look at, and I'll be doing a few sentences from the textbook. It is on page number 138. You may just look at those sentences. Page number 138, lesson number 8 of Pravesha. The first topic, Bhasha Abhyasaha. Am I audible? One person may please unmute and say yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
Page number 138. Have you got the book with you? If at all you have the book, yeah. Then you can just see the page number 138 of Bhasha Abhyas. Okay. So the first sentence is Aham kriditva patami. Can you all see it?
Yes, ma'am. First sentence.
Yes.
Aham kridami, aham patami. That is how it is to be broken. Aham kridami, aham patami. So what do? You keep the aham, the kartrupadam, as it is. Kridami, you take the dhatu krid. To that you add the twa pratyay. So it becomes kriditva. Then you strike off the kartrupadam which comes again. So you write aham kriditva patami. So the main thing to be noticed here is the twa pratyay, how it is indeclinable. For example, aham kriditva patami. Saha kriditva khadati. Tvam kriditva patasi. So in all the cases, the word did not change. So that was, I did it in 3 purushas. I did it in Pratham Purush, I did it in Madhyama Purusha, I did it in Uttama Purusha. It did not change. Now, Radha kriditva patati. Ramaha kriditva patati. Balakaha kriditva patati. It did not change with, so there is no linga bhedam as well. So no change when the gender changed. Now, Ramaha balakaha patitva khadati. Balakau patitva khadatah. Balakaha patitva khadanti. Now what did you observe? Whether it was balakaha, balakau or balakaha, that patitva did not change. It will remain the same. So which goes to show that whether it is any change in the purusham, whether it is any change in the lingam, whether it is any change in the vachanam, this word does not change. It is khaditva, patitva, snatva, bhutva, drishtva, krutva, nothing changed. So that means it is an avyayam. It will never change, no matter what. So aham kriditva patami can be split as aham kridami, aham patami. So when you do this reverse formation, the dhatus will get clearer to you. You will also know whether you have to use past tense or the lot lakaram, or you will know how to identify the verbs as to which lakaram it is. It may be in a mood, like it may be lot lakaram, or it could be tavatu pratyay. So you will know how to split and get a hang of what kind of the root is, and how to apply, like how to change your, when you split, how to change as per whether it is a past tense or a present tense or a future. You will come to know how to do that. I'll give you just a couple of examples and you will get a hang of it. Now, I already did aham kriditva patami. Now, saha sthitva gayati. Now, you know that sthitva is stha tishta. Stha is the dhatu and the kriya will be tishta. So, saha tishtati, saha gayati. This is how you split. Sthitva becomes tishtati. Then you will have to add back the kartrupadam when you split, and then write the second verb gayati as it is. Saha sthitva gayati becomes saha tishtati, saha gayati. One more, but this will be in the past tense. For example, the fourth example, choraha arakshakam drishtva davitavan. See, in this sentence, you have the kartrupadam, which is choraha. Arakshakam is the dvitiya vibhakti. It is a karma padam. So you have to add this when you split the sentences. Choraha arakshakam drishtva davitavan. So choraha arakshakam drishtavan, choraha dhavitavan. This is how you split. Drishtva, you make it into exactly the same lakaram or twantam or tavatu, whatever is it. Like for example, davitavan is the tavatu pratyay. So you will have to make the first verb also tavatu. So choraha dhavitavan, it has to match with dhavitavan. So choraha arakshakam drishtavan, choraha dhavitavan. Have you understood this? Somebody unmute and please tell me. If it is clear, then we can do 2-3 sentences if you wish. Have you understood this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
How to use it in Bahuvachanam?
Hello. I'm not able to hear you. I just heard the word Bahuvachanam. Who asked that question? Bahuvachanam?
He is asking how to use it in Bahuvachanam.
The same thing. Balaha patanti, balaha rudanti. Please mute yourself. Balaha patanti, balaha rudanti. Balaha patitva rudanti. Exactly the same way. Had it been balau patataha, balau rudataha, it will be balau patitva rudataha. It does not change with change in vachanam. Yeah? Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So did you get it? The person who asked the doubt for vachanam, did you get it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. See, in the textbook itself, there is one. Te shabdam shrutva bhitavantaha. So this is the bhi dhatu which is used here. Te shabdam shrutva. We already saw shru dhatu is shrutva. Te shabdam shrutva bhitavantaha. Now if you have to split, since the second dhatu, second kriya padam is bhitavantaha, which is the tavatu pratyay. So you will have to make it into tavatu pratyay for the first also. So it will be te, here it is plural. It is a dakaranta pullinga prathama vibhakti bahuvachanam. Please mute yourself, kindly mute yourself, everybody.
राम बापू महोदय कृपया म्यूट करें. राम बापू म्यूट करें.
Yes.
Te shabdam shrutavantaha, te bhitavantaha. So this was what was combined to give one sentence. They first heard the noise and they got scared. So because it is bhitavantaha, it became shrutavantaha. So te shabdam shrutavantaha, te bhitavantaha. So it's exactly the same rule which you have to apply for ekavachanam, dvivachanam and bahuvachanam, because twa pratyay is an avyayam. Balaha artham prishtva jnatavantah. They understood after asking for the meaning. So balaha artham prishtavantah, because jnatavantah is in the tavatu form. You have to make the first the twanta shabdam also into a tavatu form. So it will be balaha artham prishtavantah balaha jnatavantah. And when these two are combined, you first write balaha artham. See, here also there is the karma padam. So balaha artham prishtva, then you strike out the balaha which is coming again and say jnatavantah. So balaha artham prishtavantah balaha jnatavantah, you will be balaha artham prishtva jnatavantah. In pravesha level, they are not giving examples of dvitiya vibhakti, but the same rule applies. Had it been balav artham prishtva jnatavantau, it would have been balav artham prishtavantau balav jnatavantau. So the same rule, irrespective, you have to just change the vachanam. That's all when you are splitting. So I will do a couple of more sentences. Anybody wants to try? Can try it. Anybody in the class would like to try it?
Am Bhagini.
Nama vadatu Bhagini?
Radha Shankar.
Yes, Bhagini. Namo Namaha Bhagini.
Namo Namaha.
Okay. This is the take the third sentence, Bhagini. Amba pakam kritva pariveshayati. Now you try to split it.
Amba pakam karoti. Amba pakam pariveshayati.
Bahu uttamam.
So amba pakam kritva pariveshayati.
Yes. You don't have to say the karma padam again. You can just say amba pakam karoti, amba pariveshayati, but you're not wrong also. But you need not say it again. But perfect. Karoti, you made kritva and just added the pariveshayati. One more, will you like to try?
Yeah.
Choraha. Yeah, you do it.
Choraha araksham drishtva davitavan. Choraha Choraha araksham drishtavan. Choraha araksham davitavan.
No, that is what I'm saying. What is arakshakam? Arakshakam
that is a karma padam, you don't have to repeat. Choraha davitavan.
Yeah, choraha arakshakam drishtavan, choraha davitavan. See, if you say choraha arakshakam davitavan, the meaning changes.
Okay, understood. Choraha araksham drishtavan, choraha davitavan.
Arakshakam.
So choraha arakshakam drishtva davitavan.
You do our next two sentences also, Bhagini. Then we will go to the Lyap Pratyaya. Yeah.
Esha patam patitva nidram karoti. Esha patam padati. Esha nidram karoti.
Uttamam. See, there were both two karma padams here. So that is why you have to add the karma padam. Esha patam patati, esha nidram. Bahu uttamam. Next.
Sah shalam gatva patati. Sah salam gacchati. Sah patati.
Uttamam Bhagini. Bahu uttamam. Paryaptam.
Dhanyavad.
Anybody else? Just one more person.
I can do, madam.
Yeah, please. Next.
Aham grantam drishtva likami. Aham grantam pashyami. Aham likami.
Bahu uttamam. So when there is a change in all these other sentences from 2 to 6, it was all only pratham purush. This is the uttama purusham. Aham grant. So you have to accordingly change the kriya padam from drishtva to pashyami. Bahu uttamam. Next Bhagini. Next also you do.
Aham chiram pitva nidram karomi. Aham chiram pibami. Aham nidram karomi.
Now, will you like to try the sentence number 17 where there is Madhyama Purusha?
Yes, Madhu.
Yeah.
17. No, sorry. Tvam mam uktva gaccha. Tvam mam uktva. Uktva Uktavati will come.
No, one second.
Uktavati won't come. Yeah.
No, 1 second. Tvam mam uktva gaccha. Now, gaccha is which lakaram?
It is Madhyama Purusham. Lat lakaram only. Lat only.
No. Lat is gacchasi.
Gaccha. Sorry, I am sorry. It is prayarana. Lot lakaram. Gaccha.
Exactly. Bahu uttamam. So how will you change this?
Tvam gacchati. See, gaccha means it is a lot lakaram.
Yes.
So gacchasi will come. Tvam means gacchasi will come.
No, wait. I will tell you this. Very good try. Tvam mam uktva gaccha. Tvam mam vada. Tvam gaccha. Vadasi. See, vadatu vadatam vadantu vada vadatam vadata vadani vadava vadama. So vada is the Madhyama Purushin lot lakar. So tvam mam vada. So why I am trying to say this is whichever lakaram is the second word, because you have already done the first kriya and then you are doing the second kriya. So whichever kriya, whether it is whichever lakaram, whether it is a past, present or future tense, or whether it is lot, you have to accordingly change the previous. Okay. Now do the plural one. 13. Sentence number 13.
13. Okay. Balakah patitva rudanti. Balakaah patitva rudanti. Balah patanti. Balah rudanti.
Balaha patanti.
Patanti rudanti.
Now you take sentence number 16 because here the Kriya Padam is different.
16. Okay. Choraha janam choritva nitavan. Choraha janam Choraha danam choritavan. Choraha nitavan.
Bahu uttamam Bhagini. Paryaptam.
Astu Bhagini, dhanyavadah.
The last one, Balakaha Devam Vanditva Gatavantaha. So here you will write Balakaha Devam Vanditavantaha Balakaha Gatavantaha. So whenever you want to split the sentence, you will first look at the second Kriya Padam, whichever form, whether it is past, present, future, whichever lakaram it is, or whichever pratyayam it is. Here, like for example, Jnatavantaha, Nitavan, Praptavantaha. These are all Tavatu Pratyay forms. So accordingly, you will use the first. Especially when you do the past tense like Praptavantaha, you cannot use the present tense in the first Kriya Padam. You cannot say, for example, Balakaha Saha Shalam Gatva Patitavan. Suppose that is a sentence. You cannot say Saha Shalam Gachati Saha Patitavan. You have to say Saha Shalam Gatavan Saha Patitavan. So you have to stick to that when you do the splitting. I hope this is clear. And can we move on to the Lyap Pratyay? Any doubts? Anybody?
No, ma'am.
So we'll move on to the Lyap Pratyay.